Okay, everybody, this is Chris Irving from Kratom Kingdom. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today I want to talk about how much kratom is too much kratom, or what happens to you if you take too much. Just so you don't have to do this experiment, I'm going to do the experiment for you, and I'm doing it live on camera. So far, this is my 10th cup of kratom tea. Each cup had 5 grams of kratom in it, so that's 5 times 10 is 50 grams of kratom. Still tastes good. I added Crystal Light to it for the citric acid and for the flavor because after 50 grams of nasty kratom, I needed it to taste good. So, how am I feeling? My heart rate feels like it's racing a little bit. I mean, my pulse is probably a little high. That's to be expected after having, because kratom is a stimulant just like caffeine is. I'm a little more short-tempered than I normally am. I feel because I have like a heightened sense of awareness, so certain things irritate me more and faster. Like I got on the elevator and there was a bunch of old people on the elevator, and the elevator gives you 45 seconds to get off and on the elevator. And these people were taking their time with their walkers and their wheelchairs. I'm like, come on people, move it, move it, move it, move it. And it was only because I was on an extreme amount of kratom. It didn't put me in a good mood at all. All that kratom just put me in an excessive mood. And I don't think it's a good idea to push the limits with it. Find a nice medium. Because this is going on my 55th gram of kratom. I'm a little shaky and a little irritated, and I'm impatient. I'm impatient as fuck. I want my girlfriend to text me right now, but she's asleep because it's in the Philippines, and that is halfway around the world. So when it's computer, what time is it?
It's 1:15 p.m. Hope you have a good Monday.
Computer, what time is it?
It's 1:15 p.m.
Oh, it's 1:15 p.m., so that means it's 1:15 a.m. in the Philippines. So I can't expect her to answer the phone now. She's dead asleep. But in my altered state, I think she should. Which is bogus and really a bad idea to be I don't like being this way, so I'm going to stick with my 10 to 15 grams of kratom a day, because 25 grams a day is just too much. It's no fun. It didn't get me any higher. In fact, it just made me feel worse. It exaggerated all my normal emotions. So if I was depressed, it would make me more depressed, I think. I'm not quite sure what part of kratom binds to what opiates, to what neurotransmitter in your brain to cause all this. It must be your hypothalamus, because that's in charge of your fight or flight and your attitude. And the hypothalamus is in the very middle of your brain, just above your limbic system. It's the thalamus, the hypothalamus, and all that good stuff. So I don't recommend drinking an over amount of kratom just to get high, because you're not going to get high, you're going to get down. I'm actually feeling a little sleepy. And it tastes terrible. Even though I added flavoring to it, it still tastes terrible. It's like my brain's used to it now, and I probably just killed my tolerance level and made it so high now that I'm gonna have to get off of kratom for a few days lower my tolerance level, which is going to be a bummer, but I can do it. So I'll probably make a video tomorrow with me not on Kratom, going a day without, and see how I feel. I guess these are kind of vlogs, the Kratom vlogs. I spent the entire day doing nothing but drinking Kratom and cleaning my house. My house is clean and my Kratom is almost gone, but I'm still pushing on. I am such an addict that I actually thought the more Kratom I drank, the higher I was gonna feel. That's how much of an addict I am, and it's not true. It doesn't work that way. You know, you're chasing the dragon, and you're never gonna catch that dragon with Kratom, because the more Kratom you drink, the more it makes you feel you. When I had about 10 grams of Kratom in my system, just 2 cups, I felt amazing. I was like socializing with people, going up and down the stairs, and I was agoraphobic. I was leaving my apartment, willing to sue people, saying, "Hey, what's up, neighbor? How you doing?" Ironically, my neighbors. So I had a neighbor on that side and a neighbor on this side. The neighbor on this side died right next to my bed, is right next to his bedroom, so he died right next to my bed. Little creepy. And the neighbor on that side got evicted for having too many people living in his apartment at one time. And the neighbors on the other side of the hallway, I don't talk to any of them. They're all wackadoos. So I just ignore them and don't talk about them. And leave them to live their lives. So it's kind of a, you would think if I'm living in a building with 13 floors, there should be somebody my age, somebody with my personality that lives here, but there's not. It's all old people and crazy people. I'm thinking about moving to Gainesville, Florida. That's where I was in my band. I was in a band called Red Roses for a Blue Lady, and it was a hardcore emo band. If you want to Google it, it's Red Roses for a Blue Lady. And it was on Eulogy Records out of Miami. We were a Gainesville, Florida band, which automatically made us cool. So anyway, y'all, it's been 8 minutes that I've been wasting your time, so I am going to cut it off here. Have a good afternoon, everybody. Like and comment and subscribe.